Aloha Aries, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly Tarot coming to you with your zodiac reading energy forecast for May 2024. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So back by popular demand, I've had several of the viewers ask for the zodiac readings again. So I'm happy to do those for you. I'm going to try to do these monthly at least, maybe twice a month possibly. If you can help me, I would love that. And how you can help is just like, share, and subscribe and hit the bell button on the videos, because that helps me to be able to give the free content to you, and that's a free way that you can support my channel. So thank you, Aries, for that. Thank you for watching. All right, let's get to it. We've had some big energies in April. We've had eclipse season, the solar eclipse, that pathway, what they only do that path, this eclipse every 350 years. We had Mercury in retrograde. We had a full moon in Scorpio. All of those events, celestial events, I missed solar flares of unprecedented amounts. All of those events call for evolution and change and rapid changes in growth. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which is about death and rebirth. So we've just come through that. May is us in this rebirthing quality. And let's look at how that's going to affect Aries in particular. Whew, okay. We've got a little bit of chaotic energy right off the bat. So let's just calm that down some. We're going to get a mana card. Okay, and then we're going to get a Keepers of the Light card to see what the theme is for you and who your guardians are. And then we'll go into the tarot. I'll pull a romance angel card for those looking for love, and we'll end it with an energy oracle. Okay, great. We have Mo'o to start. Okay. And like I said, there was some chaotic energy at the beginning, and we'll go into this a little further. And we have Lady Venus. Okay, so we have Mo'o, which is, Mo'os are the lizard men and women that live, beings that live in fresh water, okay? And its essence here is traps. And Aries, this is the trap, so please pay attention. It said, avoid false speech, those who seduce others with false compliments or gossip. Fear of not being accepted or approved of can trap or misdirect your energy. All battles reside within. Okay, so pay attention. Kabbalistically, they would call this negative speech. So pay attention to those who are overly overly flattering, those who gossip, that kind of thing. Pay attention to where you do that, because that's a trap. It's going to trap your energy. Also, not being seduced by men or women that are going to take you off track. So this could be literal seduction. You know, people trying to seduce you. It feels like you have something that you, Aries is that starter energy, and that you need to bring to the world. And we have Lady Venus as your guardian, which is downloads and understanding. So it says truth is being revealed, deep insights are coming from heaven in the astral realm. Okay, so Venus rules Taurus and Libra. It rules beauty, love, relationships, goodness, right? That being said, pay attention to your dreams and your downloads, and avoid the trap of things that look beautiful or handsome or seductive, but don't actually come through with the actual energy, okay? So it feels, Aries, that you're being a bit tested this month, but it's a positive test so that you can get the true essence of what it is to relate to others, what real beauty is, what real joy and energy is, as opposed to being seduced by like false compliments and things. Okay, so let's get let's go a little further into it. This actually feels like you're moving into another level of mastery with yourself, and that's really, really beautiful. Okay, first of the month for Aries. Middle of the month for Aries, please. Okay. And end of the month for Aries. Okay. All around, really great energy. We have the World and we have the Ace of Cups, okay? The World's the greatest card of change in the deck. Ace of Cups is brand new love, brand new heart space energy. It doesn't have to mean that you're getting a new partner. Some of you might be, but this is coming from the heart. It's new energy. It's a restart of your heart chakra energy, and the World is a complete 180. So how things have been going, what you've been aiming yourself towards, if you pay attention to the downloads from Venus, you're actually going to avoid the traps. Okay, so you're being enlightened this month to see where the traps come in for you that are obstacles or blocks to your change. Because you're actually going to have great change this month. Those of you who are doing business online will be able to move forward with that immaculately. So you're going to watch out for those that are falsely flattering or giving you information that maybe is too good to be true. This would be avoiding any gambling or get rich quick schemes this month, because you will really do well. And that change is happening. That is a major arcana card. So you're going to have the change. How you go through the process, now that you're aware that you're being tested on and being made aware of where the traps are, this is a mastery level, okay? We have Strength, Eight of Swords, and Six of Pentacles to start off the month, okay? Strength is the card of Leo. It's heart-based energy. It's you and your strength. You also may have someone coming to you who's really in their strength and power. Your energy feels a little tied up. This is overthinking, being tied up in an illusory way. Again, pay attention that you don't get into mental traps. There's going to be someone or something coming in with an offer for you. This offer is actually good. This offer is truly reciprocal. Okay, Six of Pentacles is reciprocal energy. It's a gift from the universe. It's give and receive energy. Strength is now coming from the heart. The traditional tarot has the woman with her hand in a lion's mouth. It means that you've tamed the beast. So if this is in a romantic sense, this is someone coming in who is legitimate, but you're feeling trapped because of past experiences. So don't let the past sins of people or the past actions of people cause you to burn the new, okay? If this is business opportunity or something that you're building, you do have the strength. It is going to be a gift from the universe. It is going to be a give and receive. That's reciprocal. So get out of the trap of your mind. That's why that came through, because now that you're aware, that's what tarot does. It's not predicting your future. You have free will choice. But now it says, now if I'm feeling this way, asking in the overthinking, is it true? Is it useful? Is it how the person I'm becoming, is that how they would think? You know, ask your future self who's already achieved what you want to achieve. Ask Lady Venus, hey, how would I solve this problem? Would it be thinking this way, or how can I think more freely and constructively? And so that's there at the first of the month. You're really going to be, getting your ducks in a row that way. We have Four of Swords, King of Swords, and the Judgment card in the middle of the month. Okay, Judgment card is spiritual epiphany. It also has to do with second chances, okay? I feel like middle of the month, Aries, you're going to be doing some resting, some healing, But I do feel like you're going to have a conversation coming in. The King of Swords is a fantastic communicator. It's the king of intellect. They are not always the most emotional of communicators. They can often be quite blunt. It is the card of Aquarius, but it can represent any air sign. Doesn't have to mean you're dealing with an air sign, but the qualities, how they come in, can be very straightforward, intellectual, but also intuitive and blunt. It does say that there's likely communication coming in. It's a redo. Okay, so if you missed something in a business sense or in a relationship sense previously, there is a conversation coming in that frees you, that helps. This is a healing energy that helps you come back into your fertility. That's the fertility rune on her arm that opens up spiritual epiphany. There is a conversation coming in with an individual that's going to help you move forward. Now, what for each Aries is going to be different, which area it's in. It could be in love, romance. It can definitely be in business as well, or even friendship. But it does bring it brings a second chance in for things to move to a different level, for you to move to a different spiritual understanding, and to release yourself from any of the traps of the past. Okay, so I feel like let's be really clear with it. I feel like your bullshit meter is going to be really high. Like, you're going to be able to be alert and see if someone is coming to you with truth and honesty, which this king does come with truth and honesty. But you're going to really be able to see mid-month, is this person coming with truth and honesty? And how can I spiritually grow from this? Okay. Then end of the month, we have Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, and Four of Wands. Queen of Wands feels like both of these feel like your energy, like you've balanced something in your a resource side. The King of Pentacles is the great husband, the provider, the entrepreneur. The Queen of Wands is super attractive, and then the Four of Wands speaks of celebration, marriage, foundations built, and it doesn't mean you're marrying somebody this month. I mean, you certainly could be. There's lots of people watching, but this is more of an energy of having built the foundation. And this is twofold by the end of the month, Aries. I feel like you have overcome the traps. You've built the foundation you need to build, and now you're standing on solid ground. The other thing is those that are looking for a relationship, I do feel like you either meet or choose someone who may be someone that you decide to marry in the future. It doesn't mean you're marrying this month, but it does build the foundation. For those of you in a business sense, it does feel like a colleague that's coming in that you can build foundation with, and you have avoided the traps. Now, this part can be a little bit fake, okay? So pay attention, again, that you're not just attracted to beauty and good energy, because sometimes that energy, Queen of Wands often wears a mask. So they're asking you, when you're in public, no need to wear masks, okay? Let yourself be clear, seen, and heard. It does not mean telling all your business, but it does mean avoid putting on a show, avoid the trap of being seduced by beauty, handsome, etc., but that you will have celebratory energy by the end of the month, and you will be moving into, from the downloads and understanding and the truth that you get from Lady Venus, you're going to be able to apply that in this world. So it's one thing to get downloads, but if you never apply them, it doesn't really do much for you. But Aries, you guys are a go-getter. You're the first of the zodiac. You're the creators. So you're going to apply this knowledge, this spiritual epiphany. And I do feel like it leads to a great new foundation, or a deepening of a foundation in your relationships, but also in your work, because you have learned to release. And some of you are releasing an actual ex-partner that was very, we'll say, lizardy with their energy. They really tried to trap you. So Aries, I'm very sorry about that happened to you. We all go through it in different ways. But it's what I'm hearing is that you learned your lesson and now you're going to be rewarded. So you're going to let go of that energy that was clingy, trapped, or gaslighting, or any of those other things, and realize you brought that to yourself for a learning and an understanding, and you no longer need to learn that way. It's as simple as that. It doesn't mean that anybody's wrong. We attract what our vibrational field is doing for our own learning, and you've learned it. So I feel like you are actually going to avoid the traps this month, but they're just being really extra clear that just because it glitters does not mean it's gold. Just because it's shiny and beautiful and whatever does not mean that there's depth there. So how you're making your decisions, let Lady Venus download for you how to do energy differently, okay? How to do relationship differently, how to do business differently, because if you still choose the old way that you chose, I feel like you were seduced by the flattery and the beauty and the bling, and now no need to do that lesson over again, okay? So very excited for you, Aries. I feel like you get this lesson because it's like what I'm hearing is they get this and then catapult into new whole ways of being, because once you know what the traps are and how to avoid it, that can't be used on you anymore, and it's very freeing. It almost brings out the feral side of yourself, and Aries does not want to be trapped, okay? So this is you learning, so well done. For those of you that are single or looking for love, we're going to pull a romance angel card now just to see what the message is for you, because this isn't specifically a love reading. I just want to make sure I cover everything for Aries. It does feel for your angle here, Aries, it does feel like that very relational to me. More so, some of the other signs were more business oriented or spiritual oriented. This feels a little more relationship oriented, but it can definitely be whatever you're moving towards. All right, they really want me to shuffle these guys. All right, for Aries, May 2024, what's the message? This one. Okay, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, okay? So for those that are partnered or were partnered and you have that second chance energy coming in, give it a chance, but just remember where the traps are, okay? Remember that you're learning to do things differently, so don't get trapped by old patterns or old, like, coming back to... But actually, those that are partnered, work on your partnership, because it's work on you and everything else changes rather than trying to fix the other. For those that are single, work on that partnership with yourself, but also, again, because the trap has been about bling and other stuff, for my single Aries, I feel like you're going to get an offer and it's someone that you ordinarily would not give a chance. Give them a chance, even if they don't look as blingy or as handsome. They're not your type from a lust or looks perspective, or maybe they don't make as much money as you normally like. Give them a chance, because if you look at somebody superficially, that is a trap, and you will continue the perpetuating the old cycle. You know, if you're single and don't want to be, there's reasons behind that, so you have to change your choices. So give somebody that doesn't look like what you would normally give a chance, give them the chance, because they'll likely be the one that's the good partner for you. They keep showing me the different movies that have like princes that or sultans or whatever that have lots of money, lots of, abundance in every way, but they show themselves as, they go somewhere else and show themselves as being poor or pauper, what have you, and they end up being, they want to know that the person that they're with isn't with them just for what they have. And so Aries, I feel like that's what you're being challenged to overcome. And you may find that this person not only has wonderful personality and you love them for them, but they also have resources that you don't find about until later. And so things are not always as they seem. So just because it blings doesn't mean it's gold, okay? So we will get an energy oracle card to close out your reading, but I feel like you make this jump. It's going to be your free will choice. But if you choose to give something different or someone different a chance that's different from your normal type or routine, you actually overcome the test and obstacle, and you can see where real love and where real value are. Yeah, perfect. And your energy is door to personal healing and happiness. So you have the opportunity to open that door. So you will be tested to overcome the trap this month, Aries, but I feel like you do it, and it is your door to personal healing and happiness. So let those doors open. Give some things that you ordinarily wouldn't a chance, because I feel like it comes with a bigger reward than you're even expecting. Okay, so thank you so much. That's what I have for you, and until next time, aloha.